Hello and welcome to EGW Writings Tech Tips. I'm your host, Daryl Thompson. Thank you for joining us in another of our series on learning how to use the EGW Writings app on the Mac OS. Now I'm using a MacBook here and I'm going to be demonstrating today on my M1 MacBook how to use the menu bar. It's full of shortcuts that are there at the top of the application that can help you do certain functions. So I'm going to run through each of the menus and show you what each can do. In front of me I have opened the app and you can see in the first menu, the menu bar is this bar that runs across the top. You know, it's got all your quick action, it's got your time clock, it's got the Apple. But then between the Apple and your running programs in the background are a few of these menus. So you can see here I have EGW Writings, and then I have Edit, Format, Search, View, Navigate, Languages, Window, Workspace, Help, and Account. So let's come back to the first one, EGW Writings. Now when you click on the menu, you get a drop list of different actions which you can do. Now some of these actions we have put keyboard shortcuts descriptors at the end so that if you want to use the keyboard shortcut, you can. The first one, if you want to learn about the version that you're running, you click on it and you can see that we're running version 7.3. You may be later on be running later versions of this app, but it will be similar. So it may not be 7.3, it may be 7.4, it may be 8, it may be 9, but that's where you can find out what version you're running. And if you're going to write into us, always include the version number so that we know what you're running and we can help you with your issue. The next one here is Donate. And this app, of course, is not free. It costs a lot of money to produce. And we rely on donations from end users like yourself to support the development of the app. And when you click on that, it will launch our donation website, partner.egwwritings.org. The next one here, you can open your Study Center. Now we do have the Study Center here on the main menu, but if you're somewhere else in the book and you want to quickly get to your Study Center, you can come up to the EGW Writings and you can click on Study Center, okay, or you can do the Shift Apple S. Then another one which is on the main menu is subscriptions, but you can also do it from the EGW Writings menu as well. Now, if you are in a book and you would want to get a definition for a word, you can double click on it and go and look up the definition, or you can come in here and define the word going through Noah Webster's dictionary. So there may be a word that was contemporary in Ellen White's day in the 19th century, but it's 19th and 20th century, but definitely not contemporary in today's words. And you can go and check out an 1828 dictionary of Noah Webster and find out what that word meant in her day. Then you've got history, and that here will take you through the history of the app. Then you've got last reading from my library. You've got select a Bible, and you can choose here your default Bible version. Now I have the KJV there, but you can select which one that you would like to have as yours. It's the same here in preferences. There are preferences in here that you can go through. You can choose your main font and color, the action of the split window, like the default is to open in a split, and then you've got your subscriptions setting up in here, and then my library, and all that is under preferences. You can also come in here and check for updates. So you can says here, you know, you're up to date. Now currently online we only have version 7.1. I'm running here a beta version, 7.3, which will be released very shortly. Now in the next one here, you have, if you've got text selected, then you can print the selected text or you can print chapter, but you have to select the text first to be able to select that menu. Then you've got services, and you can go in to see the Apple services. And then you've got hide from EGW Writings, hide others, show all. This is your windows. And then you can quit the app. So if you want to close the app, you just click on this, or you can use the Apple Q. The next one here is edit. And if you're selecting the text, then you can go undo or redo the selection process. You can cut, You can copy the ref codes, you can copy the text that you've selected, and we'll later on show you how to do all this copy and paste and all that within the reader of the app. You can copy the chapter, then you can paste in your notes if you're creating those. You can paste and match the style. You can also, if you're in here, you've created something, you can delete, or you can delete the item you created in your study center. You can select all the items or select all the text. And you can see all the keyboard commands all the way down as we roll through these. Then within the study center, when you're editing in the study center, you can drag or drop, or you can come in here and you can use the keyboard commands, or you can use the menus in here as well. Now, you've got spelling. You can check up the spelling and grammar on words. Then you've got substitutions, transformations, text-to-speech, and then start dictation if you want to dictate putting in a search term, and then if you want to add an emoji or symbol within your study center or within your notes. Then you have format. You can actually change the font size or the font style. You can also come in here to search. Now you've got the search over here. We're going to look in a future tutorial what's in here in the toolbar, but you can also start a search from directly up in here. You can search for the selection if you've selected the text. Something here that is very important that I want to show you, and that is where you set your online or offline modes. If you want to come and set the application to only work offline, even if your tablet or your laptop here is online, you may want to set the app into offline mode to not use data. To do that, you would set offline application, and it turns off the app from being able to communicate with your internet connection, whether it be Wi-Fi or wired. And you do that through search here. If you want to have it set automatically so that it will switch between online and offline search based on whether you're connected or not connected to the internet, you would need to come in here and set that to select automatically. And you can do, search offline, which means the app is connected and can do its backing up and syncing, but search will actually happen from the downloaded indexes onto the device. Now, I'm going to set it here to the application to online. You've also got in the next one here, view, and you can show the tab bar. Now, some of you like to have the ability to have multiple tabs of the application open. So, and I'll show you and teach you some of those things later, but that's how you come in here to view, and you can hide the tab bar, or you can have multiple tabs open, much like tabs that you have in the browser. Now, you've got also in here show the toolbar, or you can hide the toolbar. Okay, and then you've got the customize the toolbar. I suggest the customization steer away from, because it actually remembers your customization even if you delete the app. So I suggest you steer clear of that. Then you've got navigate. You can navigate through your audiobooks, you can navigate through your history, you can navigate through your search results, and you can see you can go Apple forward and back if you don't want to click on with the trackpad or with your mouse. And then you can open always the beginning from the beginning, or open a book from its info. Then you've got languages. If you speak multiple languages, now I've selected only English, you come into here, and this is how, in a tutorial in a little bit, I'll teach you how you go and set up the languages from within the app. Then you got your windows, so you can choose the different windows to lay out. You can have your main window. You can show hide downloads, and we're going to get into that later on. I won't click on the other ones, but this is where you can show and hide all the different windows and bring windows from behind to the fore. Workspace, something else which you'll get a tutorial later on. If you've closed all the windows out, for example, you can come back here into Workspace and click on Default, and it will open up the default window that you've got there, the default workspace that you've saved. And we'll learn how to save and create them. And these can be synced between our EGW Writings website and also between Mac OS. Help, you can go in there and search for help, or you can reach out to us with a question via email or feedback here. And the account, we've gone before and shown you how you can sign in and out of your account. There is one more piece in the toolbar. If you're playing an audiobook, you'll notice the little EGW logo at the top. If you're actually playing an audiobook here, then if I start like the audiobook playing, You can click on the EGW here and you can pause and rewind here if the app is not in the foreground. So it's handy if you've got a call or something coming in, you can hit pause and the application will stop. Okay, so I've quickly run through all of the features across the top there of the menu bar within the EGW Writings app. There's a lot of features which we're going to go into more detail in future tutorials, so tune in for those. But for now, have a nice day. Thanks for joining us. Bye.